Hi guys, today I'm doing a review stroke, well technically an unboxing, but I've literally just unboxed this and cut it up. This is a home sweet home project that I've decided to get. Let's see if you can see it properly, if it's set out. Home sweet home. Look, is that way? Okay. I don't know if it's easier if I can try and show you. I don't know if you can really see that. I don't know if it will. No, that's not happening. Okay, well, that's not happening. Sorry about that. So I bought this from, just double check where I bought it from, and I can tell you how much it was and when it arrived, blah blah blah. So this is a round drill. It's a 90cm by 40cm. I paid £9.39 for it on Amazon.com. I bought it on the 15th of August, and because I've got Prime, I got it on the 16th, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, quite happy with it. Right, pretty quickly. I've just finished a huge sunflower, which was a 60 by 80. So I want to kind of do a smaller project, really. So I thought I would do a setup with you. I obviously got the usual bits and pieces that go with this. So I got the boat and the pen. I have actually just taken the wax out of that. Let's see. What I also bought from Amazon, which arrived. Let's have a look. I bought it from Amazon.co.uk. It was £1.50. I bought it on the 15th of August and it arrived on the 22nd of August. This is the DMT coding, which you literally just put on all your boxes. So these, I've been using the Organise boxing system, and although I like it, I've seen loads and loads of videos using this storage system. So what I thought I would do is, I thought I would buy some. I got these on Amazon.com. You can't get, but people generally buy these from what I've heard is Harbour Freight, sorry. But you can't get them in this country because they just don't deliver to this country. So I went on Amazon.com, paid about $12-ish, $12.88. They arrived really, really quick, literally a week later. I really wanted to put my drills in these and do my diamond painting finesse. So that is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do now. So let's get all this out of the way. To one side. I'm sorry for the noise. So these are round drills, really nice colours. Got your purples, grey, kind of peachy colour, is that 310 black, brilliant. Creams, purpley colour. Let me see if I can zoom you in a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know if that helps. That helps. Yeah. So your normal packaging that you get. These have got the DMT codes written on them, which is fantastic. Right, So let's get started. Just leave you out there so you can see. These boxes normally come this way up in the box, but I'm going to put the DMC codes on the top, and then what I'm going to do is, whilst I'm working, I'm going to put the numbers from, there isn't an inventory sheet, but I'm going to have to write the symbols of each colour on the side of this. I thought it would be a bit easier. So let's do that. Let me just grab my scissors. Okay. So let's get this 153 and 209. 153 and 209. Okay, these are pretty cool. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20. So there's 23 colours. I've got 1 to 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, O. So that's pretty easy. That's a pretty easy key. Okay. So number 1, 153 is 1. So I'll take my first box. I'll stick 153 on there. So eventually what I want to try and do is get oh, should I stick it there? I don't know. Where's the best place to stick it? Maybe in the middle? I don't know. Middle? Yeah, that'll do. Then you can see it. So what I want to try and do is get keep all my drills, my spare drills. So I want to try and get like a storage system for all the drills that I do. I do loads of diamond painting. I think I've got like 7 or 8 on the way. Some are square, some are round. So I'll have my square drills. I've got a couple of these. I think I bought 3 of them. My square drills, my round drills, and if I am ever short of anything, this is my go-to system, so I can make sure that I've got enough. So how many colours did I say I had? 23. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 80 of these. Fantastic. Okay. I've got a pink, purple, green, odd coloured pen, and I don't know if that's going to show up properly, so I may have to get a Sharpie. So I thought I had a Sharpie, but clearly I don't, so I had to pull one of these pens. I think if I use the black it might show a bit better. Okay, so we said that 153 this is number 1. Let's see how this goes. Okay. 1. That wasn't too bad. I didn't think, because it has quite a waxy texture, I didn't think it would work properly. Seems to be okay. Okay, number 1. Number 2 is 2, 0 and 9. There we are. 209. I don't know if they're going to stay on here, you know. Are they all different? Right, so I might have to put these on the side. So I'm going to have to change that because it's not going to stay sticking. I'll take, stick that on the other side. Okay. Right, 153209 is number 2. I must admit, I really love this storage system. It's really... Okay, so that is, did we say it was number 2? Number 2. One, two, three tens. Oh, the bane of my life. I've just finished a like I said, I've just finished a 60 by 80 sunflower square drill, and the 3 tens on that were the biggest pain in my ass. They just were all different sizes. Oh, it looks okay now it's done. But doing it, I was like, oh, doesn't look like it's going to look very good. Loads of spaces. Some were big, some were small, some were rectangular, some were square. And it just looked a mess with the light box. But luckily, it can actually come out okay. Gosh, this is a little bit different in mount-wise to my 60 by 80 I just did. I had 1,000,001 numbers of drills. And literally I had like 15,000 310s or something. So that is number 3. Gosh, I keep losing myself. I'm not going to be able to write with a drill pen, am I? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4. 4 is 353. 353. I've actually got a friend in the States who I've ordered quite a few more. Oh, come on now, brother. I've ordered quite a few more boxes of these because I have got literally 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 new paintings coming, and most of those are 60 by 80s. I've got a 90 by 60, quite huge numbers of drills, and I've got a feeling I'm going to end up using 4 or 5 different boxes just for one painting. So that was 4. Why did I do that? 5, 2 is 5. Yes, it is. 4, 5, 2 is number 5. It's actually quite nice to have these spare. can imagine I'll end up going through a lot of them though. 452, but they were so cheap, you can just order more. 452. Oh yeah. There's a few more of those. Ooh. 5. 6 is 550. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a call from Vodafone saying that I'm paying too much for my monthly phone bill. I currently have like 2 gigs and I'm paying £25 a month, which I didn't think was too bad. I've got like 1,000 calls and unlimited tax and yada yada yada, all that rubbish. But he wants to give me 10 gigs and free subscription to Amazon Prime and free subscription to Now TV and free subscription to Spotify. I don't even know what that is. Something like that. I'm not techie at all. For 24 quid. So let's see how that goes. Okay, I'm all for saving money. 550. Is that 550? I can't even read that. Oh. What the hell is that? 550. I swear I'm going blind. I need my glasses. I can't see the shit. Where the hell is 550? Yeah. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh hello, we've got another 6. Hello, sailor. Oh, oh, clever, clever. Oh, a random colour in there. Oops. Oh. Sorry, I had a moment. Oh. A very pretty colour purple this is. Oh, cat hair everywhere. I've got 2 cats and they are literally all over the place and their hair is all over the place and the hair sticks to everywhere. Constantly pulling cat hair out of my paintings. Oh, why did I do that? Oh my god, I'm such a pleb. Yeah, because that saved time. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, really, leave me alone. Oh, days. This is painful to watch. I do apologise. Oh, I think we're there. Okay, number 6. Done. 7. Wow, there is not much difference in those colours, can you see? They're pretty much identical colours. One's 7, one's 8. Wow. 553 and 552. God help me if I get those two mixed up. Five, 3. What did I say? 552. Oh god, what am I doing? 552. 552. 552. 553. So I wish I had longer nails, but I can't really have long nails because A, I'm a waitress at a rather grand establishment, not, and 2, I've got a horse, so I don't want to be poking her eye out when I'm trying to tack her up. So I tend to have slightly shorter nails, but I hate short nails. So that's number 7. 552 is number 7. 552 is number 7. Okay. And 553 is number 8. It helps I put drills in it. I bought this painting, as I've done with all of my others, to go in my new house in America. So I'm in the process. Okay, let me start from the beginning. I'll start from the beginning. When I left school, I moved up to London. 7, 8, 9. And I trained to become an accountant. So I did my Institute Certified Bookkeepers first, qualified as a bookkeeper. And then I did my AAT, and it doesn't qualify you as an accountant, but you can do quite a lot with it. 728. And then if you have AAT, Association of, no, I can't remember what it is now. If you have AAT, you can then do CIMA, Certification in Management Accounting, so you can scrap the first year. And you can same in ACCA, which I think is Association of Certified Chartered Accountants. And I wanted to go more the financial route rather than the management route. So But then, I don't know what happened. Something happened. I ended up in his company, and they were like, oh, we'll put you through SEMA. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Started doing SEMA, and got to quite a high level in management, and decided that I don't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to. I love finance, don't get me wrong, but when you get to a certain level, it just gets boring, because all you do is sit in meetings, work on spreadsheets, forecasting, emails, oh my god, the bane of my life, emails. Why is it that directors always feel like they have to send you emails at 3 AM in the morning and they expect you replying then and there? Nightmare. So I thought, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do something that I absolutely love. And at the time I had a horse, and I really absolutely love horses. Horses are my absolute passion. So I phoned up my dad randomly one day and said, Dad, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to train as an accountant. It's not what I want to do. I want to do something with horses. So he was like, okay. A bit random. Assumed that it was just going to be a pie in the sky idea, and by tomorrow it'd go. Not that that had ever happened. Not I'm that person. I'm not that person. Generally, if I want to do something, I'll do it, and I'll see it to the end. Always, actually. If I say I want to do something, I will do it. So I said to him, I want to train. I want to do something with horses. So I looked at doing a degree in equine science, but the thing is, it doesn't qualify you in anything. And because I'd done my Association of Accounting Technicians, there you go, AAT, it slipped my mind for a second, that did not give me A-levels. It is a level, but it's not A-levels, which is what you need to get into do a degree. So I phoned up Hartbury College, Sparshall, and I said, what do I need in order to be accepted by your college? And they said, well, realistically, we want you to have 3 A-levels, A to C, and they have to have some kind of science. Okay, that's fair enough. It's a Bachelor of Science degree, so I get that. So I looked online for A-levels, and I decided to do biology, business and accounting, because quite frankly the business and accounting would have been absolutely basically piss easy, and I can do that with my eyes closed. But then I need to have a really good grade in my biology to get accepted into university. Bearing in mind the unis that I'm applying to, not so much Sparshall but Hartbury, is one of the biggest and one of the best universities in the world for anything equine. The facilities are phenomenal. The teaching at the time I thought was amazing. However, having been there, it's very clear they can't. Well, when I was there, I felt like they couldn't arrange a piss up in a brewery, but that's just me. That's my own personal experience from being there. However, a degree from them is pretty good. So I did A-levels. I did accountancy, like I said, business and biology. I got 2 B's and a C. So, and they wanted pretty much 3 C's was the minimum that they wanted. And so I got accepted from both of them. At this point, I lived in Fareham in Hampshire, which is where I'm from, where I was born, in England. And I did my A-levels. I did 3 A-levels in 1 year, and I did them night school, so I worked full-time. Can't even remember if I had a horse at the time. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was the time I had a break from horses, so I could concentrate on school. And I've lost where I am. Where am I? So I had a break from school, and I applied to university, got into both of them, which is fantastic. And I decided to choose Hartbury because the facilities were outstanding. They really are. I mean, if you're interested in horses and you're interested in doing some kind of qualification in horses, if you get a chance to look at Hartbury University, it is brilliant. They're renowned internationally. So I did my degree, and I really focused on, I love therapy. I focused on facilities management, because what I really wanted to do was I want to set up a livery yard in America, in Georgia. So anyway, I said to Dad, this is what I really want to do. I want to get a degree in something horsey. Horsey, it sounds so childish, isn't it? Something horsey. So that it will enable me enough grounding to be able to set up a livery yard, or a boarding facility is what you call it in America. So I did loads of market research. I did 2 or 3 years, different places. I went to Kentucky, I went to South Carolina, I went to Tennessee, I did North and South Carolina, and I found that it was really difficult to really set up a good business in Tennessee and Kentucky, because Kentucky was very much horse racing, and everyone had their own places. Tennessee was very similar, didn't have the horse racing, however it was very clear that most people had their own horses at home. And then I said I was doing a module in something, I can't even remember what it was, about the industry, something about horse industry, and we looked at the dissipation of heat in horses, and they were concentrating on the Atlanta Olympics, because in 1996 the Olympics was held in Atlanta. All the horses flew over. It was really hot, baking hot, and they had a real issue with keeping horses cool. And I looked at the best way that they could keep these horses cool. So Atlanta was like, that came into my mindset, and I was like, oh, I've not even considered Georgia before. So I said to Dad, look, I've got my degree, I did my levels, got my degree, do you want to come over to America with me, and we'll do some market research? He had never been to America. I've been to America loads of times, absolutely love the place, fell in love with it. That's the reason why I wanted to go and set up out there. It's so much easier to set up in the States, because you don't have things like planning permission and all the red tape that you've got to go through here for buying this land and building on it, and oh, you can only build 10 stables but you can't build 11, and you can't have lights on your menage, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and oh, it's an absolute nightmare. So if you want to set up in this country, not only is it expensive, because you don't get the amount of parcels that you would get, the size parcel in land that you would get in the States, because it's such a vast country. You also have all the red tape to go through, and it takes months, sometimes years, to get planning permission to do anything. So I said to Dad, let's go to the States. He was working in Panama at the time, extension of the Panama Canal, had a really good job out there, had been friendly with a gentleman who had a place in Pennsylvania. So he was actually in Arizona with his wife at the time, and he said to my dad, look, you know, if you want to go on a road trip, you can go and do what you want to do in Atlanta. I think Dad mentioned to him about going over there for some market research, and he said, come drive up to Pennsylvania and you can stay in my house, 778, and it will enable you to have a bit of, hang on a minute, 778. It will enable you to see the country a bit, because like I said, Dad's never been there before. And so we went over, and we went to Atlanta, and did a lot of market research. Ended up on it was very clear to us that there was a lot of business in Atlanta. It's a huge business hub. There is a lot of livery yards or boarding facilities out there that are charging a phenomenal amount of money. North Georgia, Marietta, that sort of area, Woodstock. And it was very ungulated, but I wanted something a little bit more flat. So we went east of Atlanta, through Conyers to Covington, which is a really up-and-coming area, and fell in love with some land there, and I bought 68 acres or 64 acres or something like that. I can't remember the exact size, but this parcel of land is absolutely beautiful. I can't see another house apart from the lady who we bought it from. Her house is like way over the way. It looks tiny in comparison, because of how far we are. It's actually a big house that she lives in. So we bought the land, and actually on our way back from America, on our way back to the airport, Dad and I got a bit lost, and we ended up going through this housing estate, through that housing estate. We had time because we always pretty organised people, and we left enough time to get to the airport, knowing that we might get lost for a few hours. But we ended up in this place, and we came to this big road, and right in front of us, it had the Georgia International Horse Park, which is where they did the Atlanta Olympics. And I said to Dad, oh my God, I can't believe it. I don't know if it's like a good omen or, you know, fate. I'm a massive believer in fate. I've done that one. I'm a massive believer in fate. And I said, we looked at the dissipation in heat with horses. This came up in like my modules, this place. It's amazing. It's where they do huge competitions each year. They do hunter jumping, they do dressage and everything else they do. And this place is only about 15 minutes from me. So it's about 20 minutes in a horse box, or 15-minute drive. So logistically, I am in a... Oh, didn't do that very well. I'm in an amazing place. Loads and loads of business in that area. We went in to have a look. Like I said, we had a bit of time and spoke to some people, and there was a guy there, and we got friendly with him and started chatting to him. And it was, this place had about, God, thousands of people in it. It was absolutely huge. It was a weekend-long event. So you know automatically there is a huge demand for anything equine in that area, because it's such a big equine area. And we were amazed to hear that this guy drives his wife 4 hours to Aiken, South Carolina for a training session, and 4 hours back, and thinks absolutely nothing of it. My biggest concern was I was about 40 minutes outside Atlanta, and I thought, oh, I don't know if that's going to be very good for business. But the distance these people travel to go and see their horse is phenomenal, and I don't think that would be an issue at all. Oh, for God's sake, what is wrong with me? Seriously. So I've got to remember to not. Yeah, I've got to remember to not tip that up when I open the lid. I'm such a douche. What was I saying? So yeah, business is going to be fantastic. We're not too far away from Atlanta. Huge equine area. So I had bought 64 or 68 acres, I forget how much. And we are in the process, I'm in the process at the moment of saving loads of money to build a barn, a menage or arena. I would love to have a therapy centre. There's a big demand for therapy centres, but there's not many places there that do therapy per se. It's very taboo, and I don't know why. It's not like a big thing in the States. So yeah, so that's where I am. So going back to the house, once we've got the barn built, we're going to be living in a caravan for a while, but once we've got the barn built, we will then be looking at building a house. So I've got a lot of this art, I just chucked that away, to put on the walls, because in America the rooms are so huge. Hang on a sec. 12. What number is that? 779. So I've got 120 by 90 peacock, which is going to go in my guest room. And I haven't even started that yet. It's a round drill. I think what I'm going to do is leave it until I go to America, because I need a big space to do that. And as you can see, my space here is very small. 7.9. But that doesn't mean that I can't do smaller projects. So this is a pretty decent sized project. It's not huge, it's not small. Take me probably a few weeks. Oh, hang on a minute. Am I doing this right? Hang on. Where's my key? Oh, hang on. Right in front of me. Oh, dear. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so 10. Oh, hang on. So 6 is 6. 7 is 7, 8 is 8, 9 is 9, 10 is A. Oh, I'm such a spanner. 10 is A. I thought I was doing something wrong. 10 is A. 11 is B. 12 is C. 11 is B. Okay. What even is that? Is that an A? God. A. That looks like a star. Do you know what? I might just start that again. Okay. A. Okay. So 9. A. 11. B. C. Okay, managed to save that one. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. So we're done 12. So we're on 13, which is D, which is 13, 819. 819. Oh gosh, it's like bingo. When you learn where the figures sit, it'll be a lot easier, but I don't know. 819. Oh god, wrong place. Yeah, 819. And that was D. So, yeah, that is the plan, Stan. So I did my A-levels, I did my degree. I'm working as a waitress just to save as much money as I can, really. Uh, 819, where are we here? D. 13. 13, okay, there's 2 of these. I lose myself. Apologies if I lose myself. I find it really difficult to do more than one thing at a time. Such a pretty colour. Like a blush pink. Light blush pink. Ooh. Almost. I don't even know how many drills we've got. It doesn't tell you how many drills for each colour. That's going to annoy the hell out of me if that's going to sit on there. Okay. Okay. So D. 12, 13. I can't even see that. 14 is E. C. Okay, and that is number 902. 902. Okay, give me a minute. Let me see how these numbers are working out, because it's taking me forever to find these numbers. So they're going 1, 2. Okay, like this. So 902. 902. So we're the 9s. So it would be here. We go. Okay, I've got it. Number 14. I don't know about you, but sometimes I find the organising so much fun. I don't know, I love it. I love watching organisational videos. But I only like watching them using these boxes, which is really stupid, I know. I have bought, I'll show you. I did buy, and I have been using, ta-da! This is the Elizabeth Ward Darius organisational system, which I must say has been fantastic. I have finished this painting now, completely finished it, and you can see how many colours I've still got left. Every single number has still got drills in them. These are square drills, but I'm going to keep this and I'm going to move all these over into one of these, a square drill one of these, because I'm doing a round drill one of these at the moment for this painting. But yeah, it was alright. I just found, I think the reason why I've decided to go onto this other system is because, I don't know if anyone else has found them, I find this really hurts my hands after a while. If you see, it pops up, and it really, after a while of doing this, like for hours on end, bang, it kills my thumb. So I decided that, I'll find the lid for that as well, that'd be good. So I decided that I wanted to do a slightly different organisational system. And I don't know, there's something about these, I just absolutely love them. But it's such a shame that you can't get them from here. You can only get them at Amazon.com. Loads of people get them from Harbour Freight, which is where my friend's actually going to get some for me and send them over. So I've got 5, I've got 1 more arriving, so I've got 4 at the moment, I've got 1 more arriving, and then I've got another 7 coming, because I have another ton load of paintings, and I'm feeling like I'm going to need them. F is 15, F is 15, 14, F is 15. So this house, I'm so excited, and one thing I'm most excited about is that I'm going to have a craft room, a room designated to doing just crafting, diamond painting. I just cannot wait, I'm so excited. So we're going to have a master suite, master bedroom. It's going to be 4 bedrooms, but we'll have one of those bedrooms will be, so it won't be 4 bedroom and a craft room, it'll be 3 bedrooms and a craft room. But what I absolutely love about the design, I've designed it myself, and we're going to end up staying, we will stay in a caravan while it's being built, so we'll go out there and, oh, we've got some rope on there, hello. We'll buy a caravan and we'll stay in the caravan whilst my partner, my lovely beautiful man, is building the house. So I've managed to design it myself. So we've designed it so it's not huge, it's not small. I mean, the rooms are a decent size, but I've designed it so most of the rooms, apart from the living room, so the dining area has got big open doors that just open out. My room, my craft room, has also got open doors, so that's what the window is. It's like patio doors. The guest room, which has a big bathroom on it as well, has also got really nice patio doors, and so is the other spare room. So the rooms, and so is my room actually, the master bedroom has got it's rectangle, and right at the end of the rectangle you've got big open doors, and then where the bed sits in the middle you've got 2 windows either side. So it's actually I don't even know what you call it, duplex or something. Anyway, so it's we'll get the sun at different times of the day coming into that room. Not as a big deal because I'll be spending most of my time out in the yard, and I'll be up at 7 and out the yard by 15:15 on the barn. Sorry for any American people. I know the yard is a garden in America, but a yard in the UK is a place where you keep your horse. So you keep your horse down the yard. I know it doesn't sound very convincing, but that's it. And a yard in the UK is a garden. So if I'm confusing anyone, apologies. So I'll be down in the barn most of the day, so I won't even see the sun, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. And I have a master suite that's off that bedroom, and then a really nice walk-in wardrobe. But like I said, this is going to be a very much a work in progress thing. It's going to take a good 8 to 10 months to build. And then what we're just going to do it room by room. We're not going to worry about, oh, we've run out of money for this. We're just going to get the basics in. So we're going to get the master suite, the master bedroom, and we need one bathroom, so that's going to be the master suite, might as well. The kitchen, the living room. So we're going to build the whole thing as a shell, but what we're going to do is concentrate on getting the most important rooms done first. So the master suite, the master bathroom, the living room, the kitchen, and utility. And the pantry goes on the back of that anyway. And then, so it's almost like the house is split in two. So that's like, I know it doesn't mean to sound snobby, and it's not that at all, but that's kind of the west side of the house and the east side of the house, which is where all our guests stay. There's an extra bathroom there. That's where the craft room is. There's another bedroom, and then there's a guest bedroom which has got another bathroom on it. That's kind of the east wing. So at the moment we're just going to concentrate on getting the house sorted and livable, and then all the other rooms we're just going to do as and when we've got the money, because we will be starting a new business. So at the end of the day, I need to make sure that I can fund my business and fund supporting myself, and paying staff and yada yada yada, all that jazz. And I even forgot where I am. So 9 and 2 is E. So that's 14, 12, 13, 14. So this is 15. So that's F, and that's 938. Hang on a minute. Oh, okay, so I'm doing this one. Oh my god, I'm losing myself. 15 is 9. See, I can't think and talk and do anything. 938. I really struggle doing two things at once. 938. And that is F. So today I'm going to see a friend. She's actually a guest that I met at TGI Fridays from working there, and we've become really friendly. And her partner doesn't like scary films. I love scary films, so I'm kind of like her girl date when she wants to see something scary. Let me see if I can like zoom out a bit. That's a bit better. So I'm her girl date that we go to watch scary movies. So the first scary movie we saw, which was Hereditary, honestly, don't even waste your time. It's the crappiest movie ever. It's not even funny. It's not even scary. It's funny because it's so way out there. It's spinning me out completely. It was just stupid, I think. That was just a bit of a crazy movie. But we always do this. We go to TGI Fridays for dinner first, because I'm lucky enough I get 50% off. I work there. And then we go watch a movie. So today we're doing... Oh, what am I doing? See? This is what I'm saying. I can't do more than... I can't think and talk and do stuff. So today we're going to see Halloween. I've never seen any of the Halloweens. I do love scary movies, so I'm looking forward to it. So the one that after we saw Hereditary, which was diabolical, was The Nun. Now, if anyone's ever seen The Conjurings, wow, that was a good film, and yeah, that was worth seeing. 963. So we did the whole going to TGI's first, and I stuffed my face with ribs, as I do. And it's just like a really, really nice evening. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm really excited. I've got someone, well, I say I've got someone. There's a lovely girl that is at Hartbury at the moment. She she got in contact. She put a shout out on Facebook because she wanted to ride a horse. She's at uni doing a master's degree. So at Hartbury doing a master's degree, and she got in contact on Facebook and asked if there was any horses around the area, if anyone wants their horses ridden. And I sometimes need help with Hal, my horse. She's a Belgian warm blood, 17-3, kind of ish, big, very big. And with my working rota, sometimes it's so difficult to get down and ride her and stay on top of her. With regards to keeping her fit and keeping her moving, I'm not saying stay on top of her with regards to falling off. I mean, no. Just, keep her ticking over. So when she put this shout out on Facebook, I was like, oh my god, amazing! I could really do with the help, just to keep her going, just keeping her ticking over. So she came down the yard and she rode her, and she fell in love with her, and Hal was really good for her as well. She's not generally, actually, when I first got her, she was a nightmare. I felt like I'd rescued her, but she didn't really have attitude per se. I think it was more that she was scared of anything and everyone. She was really, really thin. She just was very introvert, and I couldn't really do anything with her. She was so skinny. I had to wait sort of 6 months to get some weight on her before I could get a saddle fitted to her. And then when I did finally ride her, I was having training. I was pretty green myself. I didn't even go out to look for a horse to buy. Well, I wasn't even looking to buy a horse at all. I just went on Horse Quest, which is a horse magazine that advertises horses, and I just saw her. And oh my days, she was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I don't know if I can show you a picture. See if I can show you a picture of her. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if that's a very good picture. I know the lighting is a bit out. I'm really sorry, but you can kind of see how tall I'm a good 5'11", and she towers over me. I don't know if that's no, that's not much better. But she's a Belgian warm blood, dark bay, absolutely beautiful. I couldn't do anything with her. She was an absolute nightmare. She had the speeds go fast and faster, and that was it. There was no doing anything. So I got a trainer, and she was good, but we just could not get her to do anything. There was even talk. I mean, she was in I can't even remember what bit she was in. At the time she was in a snaffle, and I'm really sorry for anyone that doesn't know anything about horses, and this is going to bore you to crap. But she was in a snaffle, and my trainer said to me, let's put her in a much stronger bit to try and slow her down, because the problem we've got is that when I was putting her in trot and canton, she would just piss off with me the whole time. So if we put a stronger bit in her, then you're going to actually be able to do something. And I said, look, I get where you're coming from, but if I can't control my horse in a snaffle, I'm never going to be able to control my horse in a stronger bit, because at some point she's just going to habituate to it, and then she's going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. I want to be able to ride her in a snaffle. That's just my personal opinion. I completely respect people that have their horses in really, really strong bits. There's reasons for it, yada yada yada. I'm not one of those people that want to put my horse in a strong bit, because I feel like I've failed straight away. So I said to her, look, no, I don't want to put her in a strong bit, but what I do want to do is really bring her back to square one and learn. It wasn't a respect thing. I don't know what it was. I had her checked out. I had her back checked. I had her teeth checked. She had had a sports massage therapist come out. I'd had the vet come out and do once over on her, and she was absolutely fine. I had her teeth done, and they were fine. The tack was pretty much fitted to her, so the tack was fine. There wasn't really anything wrong. She just was an absolute nightmare to do. So I got to the point where we were like almost a year down the road now, and I remember coming off her after training, not coming off her as in falling off, but I remember getting off her and thinking, what have I done? I've got this horse that I can't control, I can't do anything with. My trainer is basically beside herself in thinking I've got no more options. And it was a case of I either sell her and start again, or because she was literally killing my confidence. My confidence went from, you know, okay to literally on the floor. And I don't know what happened, but oh well, I'll tell you what happened. We moved from that yard, we moved to another yard in Newark. I won't even mention the yard name, but it's one of those yards that if anyone puts a shout out on Facebook and is like, what yard can I move to? I'm in the Heartbeat area, I want a nice yard, I want it this, I want it that. And it's one of those yards that is the nicest yard in the area. It really is. It's a beautiful yard. But the people that run it are just cowboys. They haven't got a clue what they're doing. They don't look after their staff. Their staff are, I mean, this is no disrespect to their staff. Their staff are lovely, but they're usually young people that want to get into horses but don't really know what they're doing. They'll put a really, really heavy rug on horses and turn it out in the summer, and they'll put like nothing on them in the winter. It's that kind of thing, and because they're not really looking after their staff, it's just a nightmare. Anyway, my horse got into such a state there. She was so skinny. I went to the States for 3 months. This is when I was going out there and I was looking to build. And I had an issue with the bank. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, I was out there for 3 months. And I kept messaging her saying, is everything okay? You know, is Hal okay? She was like, yeah, she's absolutely fine. You know, no problems. Okay, fine. So that, you know, I was fine with that. And then I came back after 3 months, and I kid you not, my horse she was skin and bone, and I broke down when I saw her because I felt like I'd completely failed her. Not only was she skin and bone, she was an absolute bitch to do. She would put her ears back, she would stamp her feet, she wasn't doing this, she wasn't doing that. Riding her was a joke. We'd finally got over the not being able to stop and not being able to do anything. But working her in a contact, she wasn't having any of it. She just wouldn't listen. She would start rearing up. She would like literally stop and buck, and I just didn't know what to do. And I ended up falling out with the yard owner and moved to another yard. And then moved to another yard after that. And then moved to another yard after that because she kept getting thrown off yards because she kept charging through fences, jumping fences. She would never be in the same field that you put her in. And then I moved to the yard that I'm at now. And my horse, hands down, is one of the best behaved horses on the yard. And I don't know how that happened. She doesn't, I mean, touch wood, sometimes she'll jump into another field, but, you know, she won't trash them. There's not really much problems with her. She's putting weight on, she's putting on condition, her training is going really well. She isn't, I mean, she was a ball length tack up. You couldn't put her bridle on properly because she had an issue with the ears. When I first got her, you couldn't touch her ears, so I had to completely undo her bridle to put her bridle on her ears, over her ears. When I did the girth up, she was just stroppy, stamping her feet, kicking out. Oh, she's horrible. But I persevered, and I persevered, and I persevered, and she now is the most beautiful mare. She is, you know, putting on muscle really nicely. She looks amazing when you ride her. She goes in a contact, she's listening, she's respectful. I can, hands on heart, go into the school with a million jumps in, put her in the middle of the school, stand her there, ask her to stand, walk away, move jumps. Yeah? Hang on, oh, sorry, my flatmate just came in. Oh, awkward. I can hands down do anything with her. I can clear jumps away, I can put jumps out, I can move away from the arena, I can go somewhere completely different, and she will just stand there, and she is as good as gold, and she won't move. And likewise, when I get off her in the school after I've done training, I will move, and she will not move until I ask her to come with me. And then when we get to the edge of the school, where the gate is to come out of the arena, she will not move until I say to her, okay, come on then. and I can walk her without a lead rope. I can walk her without holding onto the reins. She's just lovely. So when this lady asked if she could ride her, I was a bit like, I'm not too sure. I hadn't really had many people ride her, so we didn't know what she was going to be like. But she rode her and she fell in love with her. She's such a different horse, and I am so glad that I persevered. I feel like it's not been all my work. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you know, that was me. Hang on a minute, 19. It wasn't. It was a lot of patience, a lot of time, a lot of praising, and yes, when she bit me, she did get a smack on the mouth, and I do believe that horses have to earn respect, but they have to respect you as well. And I would never beat, I'm not one to beat my horse, but biting and kicking in my books is an absolute no-no. And there's occasions where she's had a smack, yeah, short, sharp smack, and it's been a bit of a, ooh, rather than it's actually hurt. It's been more surprise than anything. You know, but she's never done it again. It's almost like she's gone, okay, that's fine, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, learn, won't do it again. And she hasn't, and she's fantastic. But there are times where I just can't get down and ride her, because work is so crazy. And when I say I do crazy hours, I mean we're talking 11:30 till, not very often do you go on a close, but a close, we finish serving tables at 11 o'clock on a Saturday and a Friday, 11 o'clock at night, and sometimes you're not out there until 1 AM in the morning, and it is a long ass day. So the next day you think, alright, I'm going to ride my horse in the morning before work, but you get to the next morning and you are absolutely knackered. Bearing in mind, you have 1 hour a day of break, and you are running around like an idiot, because our Fridays, I don't know about Fridays in other areas, our TGI Fridays is in a very, it's like the Gloucester Keys, so it's got lots and lots of restaurants, lots of footfall, it's an outlet centre primarily, and we have loads of people shopping, and we've got cinema around the corner, loads of shopping, loads of restaurants, and we are busy all the time. 3855. If you haven't booked a table on a Saturday night, don't even bother coming over, because we're that busy. That's the type of busy we are. So I get home and I'm absolutely knackered, and the last thing I want to do in the next morning is ride my horse. I know it sounds awful, but when you've got to ride your horse and then you've got another double shift, it just kills you. It takes it all out of you completely. Gosh, sorry guys, my battery just died. Fantastic. Nightmare. So welcome to part 2 of this diamond painting setup, which I'm trying to get through rather inarticulately. Okay. 3855. 20 out. The good news is we are almost at the end. 3858. But what was I saying? Yeah, so when this girl messaged me and she came up to try my horse, I felt like I had finally done something right. She was lovely, she was polite. This is my horse. A pleasure to ride. She fell in love with her. And it just goes to show that a bit of love, some tender, some care, some respect, because respect has to come from both sides, 3858, makes the world a difference. And I could have just given up and just thought, sod it, I can't do this anymore, I'll give her to someone else, she can be someone else's problem. And you know what? She probably would have ended up at the knacker's yard, being shot, something, I don't know. She was an issue, she was a problem. But I didn't, I persevered, and oh my gosh, I am so glad that I did. That's not totally square, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, so that is my story, and I will be taking her to America with me. I'm flying her out, which would be fun. Wow. I don't know, actually. She doesn't load. She's one of those problem horses that doesn't hack without rearing up. She doesn't load in a horse box. She won't have shoes put on her, so I can do trimming, but that's it. She's like, ah, no more. She doesn't clip, so the only thing she about stands for is an injection and the dentist. I mean, she is your nightmare horse. But it is what it is. There is nothing I can do about it. She is who she is. And I'm really lucky to own her. So when Sam phoned up and said, oh, are you riding today? I thought, oh, you can ride today and I'll ride tomorrow. The weather's not brilliant. It means that I can get a diamond painting setup done. Maybe do a diamond painting, I don't know. We'll see how far we go. Look, these are really close colours. God forbid if I mess up and get the wrong colour. 21 is M. What? 386. Oh. They're quite solid ones. 3860. 3860. We are almost done. I've got 2 colours to do. And these drills, actually, I have to give them their due. They're really nice. They're not oily, they don't stick together. They just seem to be they all look to be the same size, which is fantastic. N. N. 3861. And then O. Oh, last but not least, number 23, which looks like 3865. It is. $3865. I absolutely love this storage system. It's just fab. That's one of the reasons why, well, apart from the number, I cannot wait to get to the States. Because I can just order loads from Harbour Freight? I've never worked out what it is. Harbour Freight? I don't know. Something like that anyway. Harbour Freight, I think people say. Harbour Freight. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh dear. Ooh, just. Okay. Looks like that goes in there. I've got some rogue drills on my table. Okay, let's clean that up before I do that. learnt the hard way last time. Drill in there. There's one in there. So, I mean, these aren't huge boxes. I mean, if you see in this, I mean, you've got big here. You have got big boxes for huge number of drills. So I feel I did this 60 by 80 picture of the sunflowers only using this, and I have a feeling if I was to do a 60 by 80 using this storage system, I am, excuse me, using this system, I'm going to end up with about 6 for one colour. There aren't many drills in this one actually, which is alright. So I'll end up with using about 4 of these boxes to do one painting, but you know, that's it. All the fun is, oh, hello, there's air in there, now it's warm. All of the fun, I feel, is just organising and getting organised, because I love being organised. I'm pretty organised. We've got some red drills, so let's see if I can put them in there. Is that colour? I don't know. Oh, is that too dark? No, I don't think that's the right colour. Dear me. Is that one? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I won't. I don't know. So, that is the setup. Boom, boom. There, and that there. You can see that. Oh, there we are. So I've got all my boxes, dum, and then I've got, this is my working box. This is my working area. As you can see, it's not huge. It's not big at all actually. But I think I am gonna, oh, what time? 3? Yeah, over an hour. I think I'm gonna start this. So I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna do another video of me doing a drill with me. Thanks for watching.